Sambusher. Here we go.
Yeah. My topics. What computer game, film, movie, TV series character have you felt the most emotionally invested in?
Ratchet and Clank.
For fuck's sake.
Fuck off with that stupid cat-looking thing.
Pal, your rebuttal.
Jack and Daxter.
I appreciate that.
I'm going to derail this from the usual answers. Like, my usual answers would be like in Final Fantasy 9 or Lost Odyssey, and these games which have in-depth plot lines where they try to get you to empathise with these characters. I'd say the most heartbroken I've probably been at a game when something's gone wrong is Viva Pinata. Has anyone here played Viva Pinata?
I have.
It's a ridiculous game. Yeah. It's a game probably designed for children. I played it when it first came out, so I was like 17.
Is it for children because you're breeding Mexican toys?
True. It's I don't know how it's like Sims, but for these pinatas, they're animal pinatas that you get in your garden. You have to make.
The main one looks a bit like a horse, multicoloured horse. Yeah.
And they have mini games, and you have to. They grow up. There's certain requirements you have to meet to then get new pinatas.
I think they're on crack.
New pinatas will come to your garden, and you have to build them a house. You breed them to their mini games, and then you build new ones. And it is a phenomenally addictive game.
Pinatas are the things you smack with sticks.
Smack with sticks, yeah.
See,
can you smack them with sticks?
This is the thing.
Yeah.
Then number 2 came out, and they added this wanker. Like this guy, he's a villain, and you're like,
They're just a kid with a stick.
you end up like
It's sitting.
there was a
They missed a trick
there was
there.
an animal called
missed a trick.
the Galagugu, right? This is the Galagugu.
Wow.
Oh, he's cute.
Cute as shit, yeah. So,
And when you do the editing, just get that up on the screen. Please do that.
coming.
Topic 3.
I'm having the time of my life. I'm playing up with my sister on split screen. We've got like 10 of them. They're running around. They've all got stupid names, and like it's the most adorable thing ever. And the villain would come into your garden, and he'd come sneaking, and he had a little baseball bat, and he would one-shot your pinata.
Oh my God.
The most valuable pinata in your garden. If you haven't stopped him, if you haven't found a way to deter him, pop. No loading. No going back. Oh, God.
And I bet he wasn't even wearing a blindfold. He was breaking all the rules.
But you got. This is one of those games where it's like Harvest Moon. It takes investment to get the higher.
Great
end.
game.
Yeah, exactly.
Great game.
The higher end pinatas. You have to put quite a bit of grafting in. A lot of it's reliant on chance. It's like Pokemon when you're running around in grass and you can be running backwards and forwards for 4 hours waiting for a Pokemon
You'll
to appear.
still never find a Pikachu.
And then finally, what'll happen is
Viridian
the one will
Forest.
appear. And you know
Viridian
you're making
Forest.
the right steps when the pinata appears outside, and then you have to do things to lure it into your garden, and then it needs to be happy, it needs to like your garden to stay. And you finally get it to stay, and it's stuck in it, and then you hear his
One
music,
shot.
and he's gone, and you're doing what you can to stop him, and he gets there and pop, and it kills you.
Essentially, you lured the pinata to its death.
Yeah, that's what's painful. That is what's painful.
I did
Because that's different from hanging it from a tree with a rope.
I offered him a home. I offered these animals safety.
Your way sounded worse, actually.
Yeah.
Hanging them from trees by ropes. That's real dark. Capture animals and then hang
I know that never happens. But yeah, no, it was horrible when because you play a game, you'd name them all and they'd start a family and it sounds ridiculous. And then when they come in and they like kill the dad, you're like, bro.
What would have made it worse if they'd have started their own family and then they've just like killed their mother or something?
Yeah,
That's awful.
dark.
That is awful. I'm not in on that. I'll do mine. And it's only just come to my head. You mentioned Final Fantasy 9. I'm going to talk about the one that no one talks about, number 10. And the only reason that I was emotionally invested in the character is because the game does a very, very clever trick of putting you into his shoes. In that he's this character, he's this superstar. There's a sport called Blitzball, which is like underwater football, but with your hands, and it's physical. It's like American football, but underwater. Essentially, it's like you are like smashing into each other and stuff.
Throwing the ball. Underwater.
Yeah, or you can kick it, do backflips, whatever. You know, you're underwater, you do what you want. You have to hold your breath for 10 minutes, but there you go. It's neither here nor there. But the character is somehow, some way transported to another world or reality or whatever, and he knows nothing, and he gets there and the people are talking a different language, and because he doesn't know what's going on and because you don't know what's going on, you are now him. in a very, very, very clever way. He knows nothing about this world that he's travelling in, and as he needs to learn things, so do you. And you're learning them at the same time. And you end up almost, apart from how annoying his voice is, you almost feel a little bit like him. Yeah.
Okay. The one thing I particularly... Final Fantasy X was the last Final Fantasy that I enjoyed.
Yep.
And the one thing they did really well, ties in exactly with what you're saying, is it's completely voice acted, and at one point in the game do they say that character's name. And not,
yes,
not
they never say his name.
Game do they ever say Tidus, however you pronounce it. So you can rename in all the Final Fantasies. You can rename the main character. Well, the older ones, because there wasn't voice acting. But in this one, you still had the ability to rename your main character, and they just gave him nicknames. I can't remember what they were, but he had nicknames that they used the entire game. And it becomes yours. Yeah. It becomes
like Waka called him Newbie and stuff like that. And
they never actually say his name.
Yeah,
that's like Final Fantasy Tactics, isn't it? Kupo.
that's what the Moogles say. That isn't a name for you. That's
all they ever call you though.
Although in is it Final Fantasy 14 when the one of them that's voice acted just keeps saying Kupo, or is it something else? And it's just it's Final Fantasy 13. Keeps going Kupo all the time. I'm like, that's not how I imagined it in my head.
Cute.
It's cute, but it's not what I wanted.
Lauren has Moogle wards for.
She does in Dota.
For Dota.
And is there a Chocobo as well?
Yes, you got a Chocobo Courier, yeah.
Still don't want to play it.
It's good song. It's good song. I try to support all the time.
Which she does.
Yeah.
Can't say I didn't try.
Hilarious.
Anyone else got one coming to mind?
I have one. As it's my topic, I should have one. But mine's very obvious. I don't know if anyone can guess it.
StarCraft.
No, actually, it's not.
Crystal Maiden.
Dota?
Not Dota.
Your PC.
Master Race.
It's not like
I got delayed again.
It's not Warcraft.
No, actually,
it's not a dog in a game, is it?
No, it's not a dog in a game.
Oh.
I'm actually glad no one got it. But mine is Book of DeWitt from Bioshock Infinite.
Okay.
I got very, very invested in Book of DeWitt because it not only is Bioshock a very good game in itself, but it does a very good job of telling the story of how he got to where he is now, with flashbacks and all sorts of nonsense. But I just like the way they build up his character and how he sort of lost his daughter and how he was, she was taken to this other weird mystical place and how he's been helped by... I can't even go into it because it's too confusing. There's a lot of time travel. There's a lot of different dimensions. There's always a city.
The way it tells you the story, it kind of makes you relive his pain because he also doesn't remember it.
He doesn't know it himself. So you learn his pain through him and playing the game. But yeah, I was quite upset with the end because it was quite sad that he...
Spoilers. Spoilers.
I'm not, you know what? I can't spoil it because you need to watch the 30-minute video at the end anyway to understand what the fuck just happened.
Even if you told us, we'd have no idea.
Even if you told you, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I want to give honourable mention to
Ratchet and Clank.
Storm Rage.
Yeah.
He is a very tormented soul. And I'm not going to go into it because he's not my answer.
Get off Facebook and back on YouTube.
Click on that link.
No, it's World of Warcraft.
They actually have characters. I thought they were just...
There is so much lore in World of Warcraft.
There is shitloads. It's not World of Warcraft, it's the Warcraft universe.
Warcraft universe, yeah. So much.
You should have read the books.
You didn't read the books.
That's actually another series of books that
There
I've
is,
actually read.
yeah.
I've read some.
Billy Blue Hat, the Martian.
Billy what?
You didn't read Billy Blue Hat.
Roger
Roger Red Hat. Was there was a
Some
yellow
yellow
hat?
hat?
No one remembers the yellow hat, but there was a yellow hat. That's another conspiracy theory. Johnny Yellow Hat.
Johnny Two Hats.
Was it not a female
What's the
character?
name of the Mighty Boosh? Johnny Two Hats.
It was in some
Played synthesizer.
It's in something like that. Roger Red Hat. Come on.
Look at this twat. He's just got two hats on.
The drawing is a little more
Anyone can
archaic
do
than I remembered. What was
list
this?
of books.
Come on.
I read the Hungry
Green?
Yeah. Hungry Caterpillar is a good one.
That's still going strong.
They keep re-releasing it. And
Jennifer Yellow Hat.
Jennifer Yellow Hat. There we go. Thank you.
I've
You know what?
heard of
My
dodgy
full
deal.
answer.
You had to read them to pass school, primary school, so...
I like pictures. My full answer would be Opie from Sons of Anarchy after recently finishing.
Oh, is this including TV series?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this.
I did say this at the start.
Spoilers.
He did the spiel at the start: games, movies, video games, TVs.
Oh, okay.
Friends of your mum.
Yeah.
Anyone that you've ever
is
seen.
fucking everybody.
I just finished watching Sons of Anarchy, all done. But I think he dies halfway through.
Well, I'm not going to watch it now.
Series. He's not the main character, it's fine. But
When you said Opie, I actually thought you meant Obi. You know, the cheerleader guy.
Ooh,
That guy. I thought you were talking about him. I was like,
I thought that you meant the one that works with Peter Griffin in Family Guy. Probably one staff member of the month again.
no, Opie, he's like he's the main guy's best friend.
okay.
And he's they went to school together and they're in the motorcycle club together. And he's just such a cool dude, man. He's got such a short fuse, but like he's got such high morals at the same time. So like something ticks him off and he will beat a mother down. Like seriously, he's just such a badass.
So
he's like
something gets him angry and he just beats a random mother down. Do you have children?
Not do anymore.
The ongoing plot of Sons of Anarchy is basically it's a repeated. Can it get any worse? Yes. So the season will finish.
I love these
shit
shows.
is going down, and then it will get worse.
you need to watch the
OP
next
takes
series.
the brunt of it. Like OP takes the fallout for all the bad things that happen and that have repercussions onto OV, and it's the actual how it's just it is heartbreaking. And
It's horrible. And when he dies is like the best way he could have wanted to go. Like he does
Damn
it.
it, he does.
I spoiled that already.
Great.
Spoiled that already.
And now you're spoiling the cause of death.
But like
It's something to do with the motorbike, I'm sure.
it's not actually.
It's all to do with cheerleaders. Smothered by cheerleaders.
But like the way he goes is the way he would have wanted to go. And
Cool.
do you know who plays OP?
Ryan something?
Ryan Hurst.
No.
He's the lead in Remember the Titans, and he also plays the guy in Back to the Future.
He's like 6'7".
Which guy?
The
There's quite a few
bully
guys.
whose name's completely
Biff.
left my head. Biff plays Biff.
He's also in. Did you say Starship Troopers?
Is he in
Yeah,
Starship
probably.
Troopers?
I feel like he's in Starship Troopers.
Oh, Starship Troopers is amazing.
He might be.
Pretty
He's in
cool.
Remember the Titans.
What's his name?
They should have made more tours.
No,
What's his name, sorry?
Ryan Hurst.
The power of Google.
Compels you.
The power of
That is
Google
not
compels
It
you.
is
Skynet.
images. That's him in Sons of Anarchy.
Jog on.
Because there's a video. After.
No, that is not.
Look on the second row. No, that's not Biff.
That's not Biff.
I'm
No
not
way.
getting mixed up.
That's a different guy. It looks a little bit like him.
Dude, don't get me all worked up like that.
It's not Biff.
Am I the only one not leaning over?
I'm pretty sure he's in Back to the Future, but I can't
Show us how old
He's
Biff
inside
would be
of an
now.
elephant. Yeah. Apparently.
Nothing matters except Sons of
I
Anarchy.
don't know why I thought he was in Back to the Future. I'm getting mixed up with someone.
It was in Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
So Ryan's brother.
But anyway, yeah, I couldn't list like the one thing that like gets me going and breaks me. Like in life, I'm an emotional rock, but when it comes to films and TV shows, like I just break repeatedly.
I cry inappropriate. I cry at comedies. I don't understand, but you put the saddest film on and nothing, not a tea. You put a comedy on, I am not with happiness. This is so sad.
I
broken.
think one of the first times I was truly hurt with a character would have been Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when his
the
dad
real
comes
scene.
back.
Oh, Dad comes back. No.
There's a scene because it's for four seasons you see him being this happy, jolly joker, but obviously his dad left him as a child, and you don't really know much about that plotline. And then one episode, his dad comes back, and it's all about their
I've gone
relationship.
cold.
And his dad is Uncle Phil hates him, and it's his dad winning him over, and then getting him excited, and then at the end, his dad like leaves, and Will just breaks.
Doesn't he do an emotional scene with Uncle Phil?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one I'm talking about, and it's actually real.
It was completely real.
It is when you first watch it.
Yeah.
Like, I had goosebumps, and I was.
I've got them now.
Because it's the first time where
I've not seen it and I've got goosebumps.
It's the first time you see Will Smith, and you go, he can act.
He went off script, didn't he? And just said, because that had happened to him in his life, I think, and he just went for it.
Yeah.
He did. You say he can act. He didn't act. That was real.
Legit.
That was legit. It was part of the script, and he legitimately got upset on set.
He went out, yeah, that was fantastic, that was. I'm going to watch that again when we finish this, actually, and cry on the way home. It's a half an hour drive.
I fucking love Will Smith.
He's great.
That's another topic.
Speaking of just people in general that I'm emotionally attached to, any role that he plays.
Yeah, just in general.
Powell.
When you brought up the topic of emotionally attached characters, there's only ever been one game that's ever physically brought me to tears.
FIFA.
I mean, well,
Which one?
13. Fuckers.
Because it was the same as 12.
Brought me to tears. Last of Us, I've probably mentioned it numbers of times now. It is, hands down,
perfect game.
perfect game.
Perfect game.
As far as I'm concerned.
I don't
deserves a
want
10.
spoilers because I do want to play this game.
Yeah,
We'll do our best.
I won't spoil it for you, but I felt so emotionally attached to that, not because of the storyline or anything like that, but I think the acting involved from Troy Baker and I can't remember the girl's name now.
I'll find it, you keep talking.
The acting involved, and there was one scene about 3/4 away through the film where
Film? See, that's how...
could it be?
Yeah.
3/4 away through the game where a certain thing happens and it brings you back to the start of the game.
Ashley
I'm not
Johnson.
going to say anything. Ashley Johnson.
Yep.
Because I don't want to spoil anything, but at the start of the game, there is a scene after like the introduction, teaching the controls. You do this.
So many years before the day everything happened.
20 years previous.
Yeah.
There is a scene that happens where it's quite emotionally hitting already. You like 5 minutes into the game, it's already punched you in the gut.
Yeah.
And then 3/4 of the way through,
Did it get you right in the feels?
they
Grabbed him, twisted him,
They,
did all
they
kinds
mirror,
of things.
They mirror that image, and Joel says one line, and I just broke down.
Someone turned the tap on.
Yeah, I was just like, I can't believe. Even coming up to that point, I was like, Joel, don't say it. Joel, just please don't say it, Joel. I can't handle it. Don't
There's
say
people
it,
in the
Joel.
room.
And he said it, and I was just like, fuck, I had to put the controller down. I was just like, I can't do this. That is too much.
I think that's how you know you get a good game.
That is the only game that's ever physically done that to me.
I had that finished Final Fantasy 9 just before New Year. Ending sequence. I was not emotionally invested in that game at all. And then the game did the feels thing. And when I'm watching it, and the ending just finished, and I had that, and honest to God, just one tear just rolled down my face. I'd been watching it because I'd never finished it. I'd never got to the end of that before. I've read about the ending and stuff because I play Final Fantasy, and it was like just when they're spoilers, you're not gonna play Final Fantasy 9. When they're finally reunited at the end, and she's the queen, and she's like, I don't want to be the queen anymore. I want to go be with him, and that was it. Just tears, and that was it. I love it when games do that. They're so powerful.
Say emotionally attached. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be sad or
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
because I have a angry, violent rage.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Towards Joffrey. Oh
If
my
you're going
god!
down that route,
Oh my god! I nearly punched a hole through my walls so many times watching that show. He's such a dick.
In a way, he's an incredible actor.
I was gonna, yeah.
Incredible
My
actor.
next sentence was going to be, he does it well.
If you actually watch like, any interviews with him, like he's pretty chill.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's pretty cool.
He's quite upset by the whole Game of Thrones thing, though, isn't he? When you watch him out of character, because everybody who sees him in the street, because he looks like that, he looks like Joffrey. They haven't dyed his hair or anything.
Maybe he
Everyone
should.
thinks he's a dick.
Maybe he should.
Yeah, he should now.
Get a wig.
But like,
in the same vein as yours, Skylar from Breaking Bad.
That bitch.
That bitch.
That bitch.
Fucking there is
Infuriated
there
me.
is fans like Facebook pages dedicated to the hatred of Skylar.
It's Skylar his wife.
Skylar's his wife.
oh yeah, shit.
Towards the end, you just want to kill her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hatred, and it's like you say, it just shows how good of an actor, because to have just that many people hate you.
It's fantastic.
To be
She's a female
honest,
actor though, so she's paid half.
Tara half and half towards the end of Sons of Anarchy.
Did you watch the Ricky Gervais thing?
Yeah,
so funny.
Very good.
Yeah, I hated Tara. I hated Gemma. I hated.
Are you just naming women?
Bloody women.
Come back to Breaking Bad as well. I'd love to have that series at the start. You fully sympathise with Walter White, loved him, really wanted him to do well, and then halfway through that, just flipped it,
And then they brought it back again.
and then you just.
Even
the beginning,
then, I was invested.
Jesse is an absolute.
Jesse was brilliant.
It's so good.
And then halfway through the entire series, you just suddenly start to realise that Walt was just a dick.
Yeah.
Constantly run Jesse down. You're just like, Jesse deserves a break. Like, Jesse's a real good guy. He's just been caught up in this. And then you just start hating on Walter because you're just going down a rabbit hole.
I never hated him at any point, and it sounds weird to say, but because of how they brought him in, I was completely attached to his character, and that was it. So whatever happened to him, I still felt for him because I was still pulling back from him at the start.
Breaking
I
Bad
loved him the
for
whole way
me
through, and I was
Jesse
like,
or
Walter. Yeah, really loved him, and I was just like, at the end, I was like, nah, Jesse, man.
Yeah, Walter was
Jesse's in my corner.
I couldn't watch Breaking Bad that much just because it was so depressing. Like, I found it really. I watched the first season. It was good. It was good TV and everything. I just found it incredibly depressing. Like, I just wanted something to go right for him.
That was also a TV show that ended in the perfect amount of seasons.
Yeah, and everyone was sad about it.
Everyone was sad about it. They could have done more, but they didn't. And I'm glad.
I feel like you need to carry on
Quit when
watching
you win
it because you start forgetting about like
Sadness.
everything that goes wrong with it.
It's
And
one of those though. It's kind of like
Yeah.
there's so many seasons now. I don't really. I'm
So it's
not-
five.
Being
I don't know,
like
six,
completely
five,
honest,
six.
Exactly.
Breaking Bad is overrated.
I think
like
it is.
it's a great series, but I think because it was it was the flagship of the Netflix era of TV shows. It had this hype that everyone was like Breaking Bad, and you watch it. It's a great series. Is it the best series you'll ever see? It's not. I can name quite a few that I would consider better, but it is great. I think conversationally and their acting wise, it is phenomenal. But as far as TV shows go,
I think I enjoyed it a lot because of the good acting.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of the first series that I got into. Like, everybody else was watching like the Sky Atlantic and all this that's going on, and like that was the only one that I ever really got into, and then that sort of spurred me on to things like Sons of Anarchy and all these things that I've been watching.
If I can reel us back in from that crazy tangent, because we've gone back into HBO again, which was one whole week ago, and actually roll into topic number 4.